Wipe your feet on the flamingos. We are almost finished. We're doing the last run over. Filling the divots in with thin set this time instead of Bondo. That's what the machine revealed. And some of it got chewed up. Our first patch got chewed up with the floor machine. But all smooth. That's the difference what the floor looks like when it's polished. I wouldn't call it grinding, I would call it polished. But when it's all done, come up here and clean that baseboard. We kind of had to patch a few of the cove base because of the machine moved the sheetrock and cracked it, but it was bare minimum. I want y'all to stop and just smell that. Smell those Delta 8 gummies gonna be pouring out of this bitch in 2 weeks. This spot where the plumbers dug up the cement I was really worried about, but it turned out phenomenal. You won't even be able to tell that all that was there. Here's what it looked like just with grinding. That was a big high spot that continues from over there out the building for the plumbing. But all we did was grind over this, so that's what that looks like before we actually fill all these extra divot holes. There's a ton of them they had to fill down there. These are the last here. The floor is extremely clean. Extremely clean. We still have to microfiber the floor before we do the epoxy. That's the last thing we do, obviously. But what we're doing right now is we're gonna let dry about 15 minutes. We'll come back with a little bitty piece of sandpaper and scuff that off with the vacuum right there by us. We're trying to keep everything clean now. Like no dirty shoes. Yeah, my own flip-flops that stay in here now. But some of the original patches that we did came up with the floor machine. I had to redo them. And in the floor machine, it revealed a whole bunch of new patches, a whole bunch of new spots that we had to patch. So what's left to do is to finish up what we're doing here right now, and then we'll come back and we'll microfiber this whole place a ton of times, and then we'll take 3 days to do the epoxy, to do the floor. We're gonna do a first coat, second coat epoxy, and then we're gonna do a clear coat to cover it, to protect it actually, sorry. Yeah. All that's about to be cleaned out as soon as that epoxy goes down, week off the floor, doors